are back with ForeverFootballShow.com. We talked about the U.S. MLS, and now we're going to talk about the World Cup. You've seen the count up of countries, the 32 countries now down to 4.
Yep.
And in 2 days, we'll know the finalists. Before we start, we actually have a couple of announcements here. We want to say hi to Filippo Milano, who is now in Italy, our special guest and now a regular in our show. He's there in Italy. Hello, Filippo. Hello, Julia. Good luck with your trip and with all the assignments there in Italy. We also have congratulations and a special note to our good friend Joe Mack. Joe Mack won the last week. Our contest was about who was going to get more votes to get the Ramon Ramirez, the Mexican national, signed jersey, and the winner was Joe Mack. He got like over 50 votes.
He got like 54 votes or something. I think the runner-up was like
very strong, 25 or
25, 30.
Yeah, we're going to send notes to all of you guys who voted for them and to them. One of these weeks we're going to invite Joey to be here with us as well to receive the jersey as well. Did you already give the jersey to him, or we can do it live at the show?
He's actually over in London at the moment, so we'll connect with him after he gets back.
So he got all the. He's probably got a new fans in
Old Trafford and Arsenal Stadium over there and having a
I
good
need
time.
to check how many of those votes came from the UK then as well. And with that, let's talk a little bit before we jump in talking about the World Cup. Let's talk a little bit more about the career of our celebrity guest, Thiago Silva. Thiago, a soccer player from Brazil. Thiago, tell us a little bit of how you said that you started in Guarani.
Yeah, you know very well.
Careca? Or?
No, actually, well, Careca is a bit too old to play with him. I mean, Careca, I've seen him in there because he's from Campinas, and as you know, he's from Campinas, and he started at Guarani, and then he played for Brazil national on that back years. But Careca is way too old for me to play with him. But
I know that if Filippo was here, he would have loved to talk about Careca, and because he's a Napoli fan.
He played for Napoli, besides Diego Maradona.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
it was a great team that time.
Guarani.
Yeah, I started there, so I'm from São Paulo, just like you, just outside São Paulo, in a small city called Bom Jesus dos Perdões. We are 20,000 people, which is 1 hour from São Paulo. So I say I'm São Paulo because São Paulo is the big city. But then I started there. I started playing in my city, with like some city teams and stuff. And with a 16-year-old, a person that was a friend of my family saw me playing and thought I had quality to go on. And then when I made a move to Guarani, of Campinas, and I got there with 17-year-olds and played with a couple of good players. Like Elan was there. Same academy we were growing up. He's actually 1 year younger than me. Luis Fabiano was playing for Ponte Preta at that time. I remember, he played always for Ponte Preta, so we used to have what they call the derby games, Guarani and Ponte Preta, which is like a killing game in Campinas, And I remember one time we lost for them, and he scored 2 other goals.
Luis Fabiano, we had my bet of the player with the largest appreciation in Market Valley was going to be Luis Fabiano. Unfortunately, the rest of the Brazilian team didn't allow him to go all the way to the final. But the news are all over the place that Manchester United and Milan are in a race to get Luis Fabiano for a few millions of dollars out there. So
yeah, quite expensive.
What is your position?
Midfielder, inside midfielder, attacking midfielder. Just kind of like the same job that
What player out there was not now, but what players in the past inspired you? What big players that you wanted to emulate?
I always like what we have. I think I watch Pelé tapes where that Pelé and his methods. Have you watched that thing?
Of course.
I think I watched that tape so much that the guy at the place that I rented, he gave the tape to me. He said, "You don't have to rent it anymore. You can have that." So Pelé was always great because my dad is a Pelé fan. My dad was a great soccer player too, so he was always trying to input like you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and so my dad was always Pelé, and that's why I'm Santos, because my dad is São Paulo, but he wanted me made me a Santos fan because of Pelé. So he was always like following Pelé and wanted me to watch that tape and see all that stuff. I still have the tape at home. Like I said, the guy gave it to me after 50 rands. I said, "It's yours." So but so many others. I mean, watched Zico, like Zico a lot. Kind of the same position I play. When I was growing up, Rai was playing for São Paulo. Of
course.
Rai was playing for São Paulo, and I was playing for São Paulo Academy, and got to watch Rai play for São Paulo. And
So how was the move to São Paulo? And tell us a little bit about the players that you played there with.
So then I was from Guarani. I stayed in Guarani for 3 years, and so from 17 to 20, and then I got to my agent got to get me to play for São Paulo, which was an improvement. Getting out of Guarani to go to São Paulo, and even though Guarani was a good team that year, we were always
São Paulo also has a school for great players. You see the current national team players like Josué, Júlio Batista, Luis Fabiano, Kaká.
and
They all grew.
so many others. Yeah, they all grew.
Teams like São Paulo, Corinthians, they're the teams with the best junior categories in Brazil, right?
Yeah, the teams. They actually the four big teams from São Paulo is they provide until you get to the professional level, all the juniors level and the youth level for the Brazil national team. They are the ones that supply all the players for the national team.
And São Paulo had incredible bats, right? I mean, I think that São Paulo was able to create great teams in the last few years. They won 3 of the last 4 championships.
Yeah, I mean,
Because of the money that they made really good bats, nurturing and growing these players that they sold to European teams, and they just made tons of money with that.
Yeah, and the team was great. I remember we were winning almost like all the tournaments and championships, and so many good players. I mean, so many good players. It's unbelievable how many players São Paulo can get, or Corinthians can get. And for me to make a move from Guarani to São Paulo was an improvement. I said, wow, this is huge now. You're playing for São Paulo. I mean, just to feel that atmosphere, just to be at the Morumbi and sometimes watch the pro team play and sometimes do some preliminary games. That was great. I mean, I said that was a good feeling.
And how did you end up here in Seattle?
I came up here. I did for All Nations Cup to play for Brazil. That's how I wind up in Seattle. So this is.
We're gonna have the All Nation Cups folks here in the next couple of weeks to talk about that tournament.
Cool. Yeah, I actually we got to win a tournament for them in 2007.
That's
and I think Brazil hosts the most medals in that tournament too, which is good for us. I mean, a little upset with Brazil right now, but it's still proud of being Brazilian.
We'll go for a short break, Aaron. Do you have any additional questions here to our celebrity guests? It's not every day that we have a soccer player here, one that played with the Stars.
It's true. I guess I'm just curious who you're most impressed with from the tournament for Brazil.
I would say, because I play with him and I would like to see him a little bit more. I thought Elano had a great tournament and he couldn't play anymore because he got injured in the third game with.
We missed him a lot.
I think we missed him on that game that we lost. I think if we had him, it could be a little different because he's not a very skillful player. He's not a very talented player, but he is a very tactical player that will do what the coach asks him to do. And I think with the loss of Elano, we kind of lost a little bit of that spot in there. Dani Alves couldn't do it as good as, even though Dani Alves did okay job in the last game, but it was kind of hard to get Dani Alves to get the job. So I think we lost with Elano. When Elano got injured, I think we lost a little bit of that tactical ability on the team.
Let's go for a quick break, and right when we come back with ForeverFootballShow.com, we're going to talk more about Holland and Brazil and all the other quarterfinal games and previews for the semifinals as well. Stay with us.